You know, I don't know what God is doing. And I'm not getting no views on my videos, so I don't know who afraid of. But, you know, Georgia, the state of Georgia may want me to leave, but guess what I say to the state of Georgia? Make me leave this motherfucker. Make me leave this motherfucker. Make me leave this motherfucker. That's what I want you to do. Put me on the exit to Augusta. Make me leave this motherfucker. Now, like I said, I don't know what God is doing. But they got mad because I talked about who Ashley Walton is. Let me tell you who Ashley Walton is. She is an emergency room doctor at DeKalb Medical Center right here in Decatur, Georgia, 300033. She an emergency room doctor. And when you go in the emergency room, I don't know why, but she is licking all the patients. And she's finger fucking licking all the patients. I don't know why. I think she might be addicted. Now, I'm going to go ahead and give her her props. She is an excellent physician. She is an excellent physician, very educated, highly knowledgeable, and know how to make a diagnosis. And the bitch can fuck her ass off. The bitch can suck the fuck out some pussy, and she can finger fuck her ass off. The bitch is good. But, you know, I've been to Emory Medical Center, and I like them first because they ask for your number first. They don't just go under your clothes. They ask for your number first, and I like that. I like being asked because, you know, I think consent means something, you know. Even if it feels good, I think consent means something, you know. And so I think the shock look on my face, like 10 seconds into that shit, you know, really brought her back down to earth. And I think Miss Ashley Watson is going to be just fine. I think she's going to be just fine. Now we're going to move on to, we're talking about the librarian. I don't know her name, but I know that the bitch was getting the fuck out her pussy by a black woman. And that bitch was licking her lips like, that motherfucker was licking, when I walked in there, that bitch jumper was licking her lips like she was in heaven. So I just like to see people having fun. You know, right here at 215 Sycamore Street, Decatur, Georgia. 30030. 215 Sycamore Street, Decatur, Georgia, 30030. Now, I don't know what I'm gonna do when I need a book, but in general, I don't go in the children's section, so I think I'm gonna be alright. I think I'm gonna make it. If I want to read a book, I'm gonna just go to the front, upstairs. I don't genuinely go. I don't walk in the front door and walk past the reference desk and take that quick right where the children's section is. I don't do that. Generally, I don't. But the day I walked in the room with no door, where they was at, the day I did that, my son, I was trying to talk to him. My phone was dead. My phone was dead, so I was looking for him. And so I was walking up in the hallway, and they heard me coming hollering, "Cool!" So they jumped up. They heard me call his name, and they jumped up. You know what I'm saying? They jumped up and tried to get that. You know, white ones all ass out. Like I say, you know, if it wouldn't have been the children's section, yeah, I thought it would have been the coolest motherfucker. You know, because I like to see people having fun and shit. But, you know, you not get paid for that shit. You know, but I figure I need a blessing sometimes, so I figure God is better than a man. You know what I'm saying? If you need some money, God might be better than a man. You know, I've been going through some of the things, but I'm going to keep y'all posted when I get the blessing. You know, Rev say he believing in lump sums. I'm receiving lump sum right now. I'm receiving. I'm ready to see my big check. I'm going to let y'all know. But, I came on for the thing that, you know, I'm sensing somebody, and I don't know why. Probably because I'm just upset. I need to pray. But, you know, this person think they can hurt me. But you are chattel. You are chattel. You know, Your mama was loaded when she came out. She was a crackhead. And I can tell that she didn't feed you because she was hoping you would die. But your brother fed you to go up in your asshole. And so that's how you lived. You are nothing but chattel. And you don't scare me. But you're sitting there begging for something. And then, but if you fuck with the something that you're begging for, I think it'll kill you. I really do. But you're a stooge, and they need you because her little 10-year-old woman, the woman, you won't believe shit, the secrets that God knows. But you would believe it. But her little 10-year-old woman, is possessive. So she coming after me. She coming after me. Her little 10-year-old woman coming after me. This motherfucker is crazy. So she using him as a stooge. But I wanted to let him know you don't scare nobody. Laying up in the house with that tranny. With the Bride of Frankenstein tranny, with the dog pussy, and the monkey head, and the bull ass. And then they have to electrocute the bitch for her to come alive. and she still is a pre-op tranny. I don't know how the fuck you put the wrong body parts on somebody. The bitch is still a pre-op tranny. I don't give a fuck about you and that shit you with, And you don't scare me. I guess you're trying to say that one cares about me. And I guess that's what your point might be. But when you hook up with a pedophile, I had many offers, and none of them had to be with a lowlife. None of them was with a lowlife. That's my beef with God right now. That's my beef with God right now. I had a woman here in Georgia offer to pay my cell phone bill. The motherfucker, my phone, if you check my phone, when people try to call, it was off for a good month. Offer to pay my phone bill. I had somebody try to, I don't know if I need somewhere to live. A beautiful woman. A very attractive lady. I had, me and my daughter, I remember a time when my daughter was little, and I met this person. We were outdoors, and we had an apartment. People playing games. I say people playing games. We had an apartment, a small little apartment in a nice little residential area, and people playing games. And we went into the streets. But I said, I'm going to keep on tithing. I'm not going to take anybody offer for a car, for anywhere to live, for a house, or for any kind of sexual offer. None. I said, I'm going to take that. And in the streets, this is my beef with God right now. While I was in the streets, my daughter was almost kidnapped. Yeah. She was almost ran over by a car. These are miracles that we escaped death. I was tithing. I said, I'm going to tithe. And I'm not going to take nobody offer for nothing sexual. For no car, no house, or nothing. And that hurts me. When God is letting everybody come and pick at me, pick pieces after I don't work hard to educate myself. That hurts me how God let people pick little pieces of my life and use it. And they don't even know what they're doing. They don't even know what they're saying. I just seen, the hell is that? But anyway, I just want to let that person know that, I don't know what you're trying to say about me, but you don't scare me. And I don't know what you're trying to say that I don't mean nothing to you, but you can just sit down, just sit where you are, because you don't have nowhere to go. You don't have nobody that desire you. You don't have nothing to do but bother people. So just sit down and do what you've been doing. You ain't got nobody that wants you. You ain't got nowhere to go. You have nothing else to do. You're worthless. You're a stooge. And I don't know what she doing with a 10-year-old girl. I have to be honest with you. You don't see him with 10-year-old white girls. You don't see him with 10-year-old white girls. But you see him with a 10-year-old nigga. I don't fuck with niggers. There's nothing constructive about it, nigga. Oh, Cynthia, that's racist. There's nothing constructive about it, nigga. I don't fuck with niggas at all. Matter of fact, I hate a little nigga bitch looking at me. Because I know her mind fucking with her. You know. And so, and I can see why a white woman will take a little nigga and use her for sex. You know, I don't know what it is that fascinates her about old stanky little monkey. But I can see why she will take and use her. Matter of fact, I seen something. I don't know if something is in the air. But I just seen a white woman pulling a girl. I would venture to say she was 12 or 13. She was pulling her by the hand, and the white woman said, "You come on." She was saying, "You come on." And she was saying, "You come on with me." You know what I'm saying? She was saying something to her, but I heard her say, "You come on." She was saying something to her, but I heard her say, "You come on." And a girl, I don't know if she got in over her head, whatever they were doing, but she told her, "You come on," whatever they were doing. So I don't know how people get into pedophilia, you know what I'm saying? But I will assume that they start experimenting as young kids themselves and then remain attracted to kids. I don't know. But we'd had the blood beat out of our body. Oh, silly, that's a joke. That's a joke blacks tell. We'd had the blood beat out of our fucking body. You don't experience on nothing. You don't experience nothing unless you want to die. You don't experience nothing. You sit there and read your Bible. You come home and do your homework. And that's all you do. You go outside and when the lights go out at 6 o'clock, and that was years ago. You know, I think probably the lights don't go out that early anymore. I don't know. But the street lights used to go off at 6 o'clock. You better have your ass in the door or you was going to get blood beat out your body. You know, when white folks come to somebody call the police, that woman beating the hell out of you. Police coming, the white folks is so fucking dirty. Police come and say, "Do you behave, big girl?" I don't know, fucking blood coming out my legs and shit. but it must have scared her a little bit because she quit beating the hell out of me. And so I think I didn't get as many beatings as I probably would have got if they wouldn't have called the police. But you know, things were not always the best. But I'm just like, okay, I don't know what I'm dealing with, and I said that before. And you know, well, why you call her name? Well, fuck with me. I want you to fuck with me. I want the white folks to fuck with me. I said I want the white folks to fuck with me. I want the niggas to fuck with me. I don't give a fuck about this lady. You know, my heart really went out to her. You know, I've never seen nothing like that, especially in a woman. You know, she just was like a gravy train. People were lined up. You know, and I said, well, that's acceptable here. No one's saying anything. No one's complaining. You know, and it's good to have insurance. You can go to Emory. Like I said, you know, people, you never know who you're going to meet, who you're going to fall in love with, who you're going to want to get to know. I met some wonderful doctors over there. I'm being honest with you. And they ask you for your phone number first. You know, and they don't just get up in your clothes. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and leave it alone because, you know, coming from a small town, I have experienced rare occasions. I might go ahead and say, you know, I went to nursing school for about a year, and I didn't finish. You know, I worked as a nursing assistant from 16 to 36. I'm 16 years old to 36 years old. I work as a nursing assistant, and I had great reputation with my patients. Not being a Christian, you have to answer to God. So when you go in there and you say you don't skip on your work, knowing that you say you're a Christian. So I had good reputation at work. I had a really good reputation at work. And I'm not saying we didn't have fun. We had parties, and the co-workers did mingle with each other. But I mean, that's people. Yeah, I guess any job mingle with each other. I can't say I was ever harassed, but we mingle. with each other, even to the point where we sometimes may be intimate. I wouldn't say at work, but we mingle with each other. But, you know, I can't say I've ever had a bad reputation at work, except professional. I can't say that. But I did want to state that I never had the privilege or the education to be a doctor. You know, and the thought to look at a patient anything more different than a patient, I can't say. If I imagine I was a doctor, I can't say I would think about that. But then I guess you would have to say, well, what if your idol walk in and she need an examination? What if your idol walk in and she need an examination? Well, put yourself in her shoes. When you walk in there, you want to know if you have any cancer cell in your body. You want to know if anything look unusual. You want to know if you're healthy, like you always are every year when you go. You know, you have to put yourself in the person's shoes. You know, so I think I might gawk a little bit if my idol walk in. But I think I have to put myself first shoes. You know, rather than say, well, this is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life, and she is my idol. She my girl crush, and she's on the table butt ass naked with her legs wide fucking open. Should I take the time to taste it or something? You know, I don't think I would have to think about, well, what if it were me? You know, the whole time I'm on the table, my mind is saying I can't wait for that phone call for her to tell me. And I think good doctors do this. Well, I got your results and everything is okay, Miss Henry. You know, they don't leave it to the nurse. They don't put it on the system. You log on and get your result, Miss Henry. You know, they call you and tell you that. And I think that's what I'm thinking the whole time I'm laying there. I was all right last year, I'll be all right this year. You know, so I think I have to think about putting myself in that position, even if my idol did come in and want an examination. But I will go ahead and recommend that you take your significant other with you, your husband or your spouse or your mom or your roadie. You know, take somebody with you. Because I have to say, like I said, I never had the education or the privilege to be a doctor. But I think my idol walk in, I would ask for her number. I was like, you know, I've completed yours. I think the whole thing is 2 minutes. You know, I think the whole thing is 2 minutes, if it's 2 minutes. Might not be even 2 minutes. You know, they take a swab of your cells to make sure you don't have cancer. They, you know, make sure that your vagina is healthy. And that's about, it might even be 2 minutes. You know, and I think I would say, well, you know, you never know who you're gonna meet, and I can't believe I'm meeting you here. I wish I would meet you, you know, at McDonald's or somewhere, but I would love if we would meet again. Can I give you a number? Would you like mine? I think that's probably what I would do, and it has happened to me. It has happened to me, and I'm very flattered. But I wanted to say, you know, over all the years, I would say out of all the time since I was 16 years old, getting that exam every year, that I had one incident with a stud doctor, female stud. She was doing my breast examination and she began to hyperventilate and she had to run out the room. I would have to say I don't see much in my breast, but I guess her experience has been limited that she saw something. And you know how it is when you ignorant. You in the talk friendly shit to this motherfucker, talk friendly shit to this motherfucker, so she ran out the room. Then I had an older man do my exam and he began to hyperventilate, but at that time you had to have a nurse in the room or an assistant with you. You couldn't just do the exam alone. So she quickly ran his ass into the fucking I think I had another incident where I went to this doctor that it's set in my health plan. They used to in this health plan. They were renowned. They are world renowned around the world, and this group of doctors are world renowned, and they began to accept my health plan. And so I said, well, you know, these are world renowned. I should stay with my regular doctor, but I'm gonna go I'm going to go and see, what's all the hoopla about. These are world-renowned doctors. This is a world group of physicians are world-renowned. So I went, this group of physicians are world-renowned. So I went up in there. And I get this breathtaking Greek doctor, female, long black hair. When I tell you, it's like her. Ever seen a Chinese woman hair, thick black, thick hair? She had as thick, as long, as prettiest black hair, cut in layers. Greek woman. And she sat down, and I was telling her something is wrong with my back. And she said, she came in and she did something, it was over. Educated, highly phenomenal, educated, knowledgeable. And she was preoccupied. I'm like, what's wrong? But I was like, I didn't pick up on anything. So she began to exam, and she began to put her mouth. And I'm like, I don't understand what you're doing. I don't understand what you're thinking. I don't understand what you're thinking. It's a compliment, but what's wrong with you, honey? What's wrong with you, honey? What you need? I'm not here in agrees that same-sex relationships are acceptable somehow, or less taboo there than here. I don't know. Not that I'm making excuses for her, but I just can't imagine just putting my mouth on somebody like that. Most beautiful woman I swear, I lied to you, not one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life. And I think that's probably what's wrong with these women are being inundated with love and kisses and mouth sex or whatever they do, sucking on their body or whatever. And she done got out of control, I guess, after people done did so much shit to her because she's so beautiful. And I'm like, wow. I can't imagine. I'm cool. I'm like, at that point, I think, I don't know how old I was. I think I know I was in my 40s. I think my early 40s. And I said, I'm cool. Just say something to me. I'll meet you at a hotel. I'm from the hood. You can go to the whole motel for $20 for an hour. $40 all night. You know what I'm saying? The whole motel is what they do is bring a nice set of clean towels, a nice set of clean sheets, and there's nothing else in the room but a mattress. And you go have the most passionate sex you want, because all you doing is fucking on the mattress. The person that that's all you doing. And I'm like, I'm cool. I'm from the hood if you want to go do something, but this is not the place. So, and then I was at an exam where the woman was a white woman, blonde hair. She had hair down like to her back like a mermaid. I swear, down to her rear end, blonde hair down her rear end like a mermaid. Brilliant. I don't know what they teach them in medical school, but I'm telling you, brilliant. And brilliant, highly educated, highly capable, highly skilled. Know what she's doing. And yeah, that got to be some kind of temptation. I don't know. Like I said, as a nursing assistant, I never had that experience of thinking that. But again, they walk in, they tell you put the gown on, and you in your skivvies for a good 10 minutes while they doing shit to you, And so this woman, I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but she didn't touch me. I mean, other than the exam itself. But she was like trying to see what's going on. She was like, do I want something? I'm like, what you mean? And what you mean? So I'm taking it. She's so beautiful. I'm telling you, the most beautiful woman, I swear, like a mermaid, blonde hair all the way down her back. Beautiful white woman. I'm assuming that people come in and something happens, sparks fly. I'm not sure what exactly happened here, but I can only say that that's in my mind. That's crazy. That's inappropriate. What you need, especially looking like she looked. I have to be honest. I don't know what people think I look like, but I never had to make a request for sex. Cynthia, you ugly. Well, I can't tell because I never had to make a request for sex. I never had. And I never felt like I needed to go somewhere horny. I needed to go and do something and whatever. You know, I used to work with a cool group of people. I had one gentleman that I worked with. He used to always ask me, if you need something, let me know. And I think that was so inappropriate. But I began to think he was a dear young man after a few times of saying that. But but like I said, just going over the time that has happened since I was 16, it's been very few, but it's still too many. It's still too many, and I think the only thing I can think of right now, and you don't want nobody with no phone on, with your vagina and your ass all out, but you definitely want your significant other to be in the room with you, whether it be your husband or your girlfriend or your wife or whatever you're married to, your mom or your dad or and that's probably not your dad, because your dad will freak out and shit, probably want to shoot the bitch, but your your roadie, whoever you hang out with. I really don't recommend going alone, because I think even those few times, like I said, shouldn't have been happening. So, and like I said, I'm real easy. If somebody think I'm not trying to, just ask me for my number. I'll go fuck you somewhere if you clean. I mean, yeah, it's all I mean, highly educated, breathtakingly beautiful doctor. You need a little sex, I'm cool. Take my number and we'll go meet somewhere. But anyway, let me get off that topic. Like I said, to the extent that something that has happened, I think something is wrong. I don't know what, but like I said, you consider you ugly. Well, I don't know what it is people like about me, but I never had to make a request for sex. But with that being said, I'm going through a lot right now. I'm going through a lot right now, and I want people to know I'm not afraid. I'm like, okay. I really need to arm myself. I had so many things in my life that I perplexed about. I didn't have advice about. I didn't make right decisions. I didn't make the best decisions. And I'm looking at myself and I'm saying, I've been presented with an opportunity here. And I have to be honest. I'm like not understanding where all this opposition is coming from. Well, Cynthia, you're in a town with blah, blah, blah. Well, blah, blah, blah can kiss my blah, blah, blah. It's a lot of people here with the same goal. I mean, this city is like a donut with ants on it when it comes to filmmakers. Now, I've met some, and we say, well, how are you going to get out? That's so rare to get your movie made. Well, no, there's a avenue here that's different from the theater, from the big screen. There's an avenue here that you might can go in and make $200,000 or $300,000, maybe $500,000. So there are avenues here to distribute your work if you have something people want to watch, even on a smaller scale. So even though there's hundreds of thousands of thousands of filmmakers here, they can still make a good living. They still make a good living. Well, how would you call yourself a filmmaker? I call myself whatever the fuck I want to call myself. I just got to get some work done. And like I said, I'm dealing with a lot, and I don't know what I'm dealing with exactly. But it's making me angry. It's making me angry. That's my anger with God right now. It's my anger with God right now. I'm tired. I'm not going to take this offer. And it might have been an offer of sympathy. You can move in my home, or I'll get you an apartment and give you the car, and we'll have whatever we'll have it. That might have been offer of sympathy. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to take that because it involves sex. And I said, well, what's wrong with sex? Nothing at all. I love it. There's nothing wrong with sex. But when you're talking about a holy God, You see what I'm saying? We're talking about the Holy God. We're not talking about becoming a priest and taking a vow of celibacy and, to shun marriage. I'm not talking about that. We're talking about the Holy God. And we're talking about being in a communion with the Holy God. So I'm saying, okay, I'm going to pay my time. And I'm going to just believe God. Then whatever I'm dealing with, I'm going to come through. Because I had an apartment. Whatever they do with it, I don't understand. Whatever that is they do, I don't understand it. But I'm in the street with my child. And devastated me. My daughter almost got kidnapped. And by some miracle. Just a miracle. Just a miracle. The people dropped her. And then we were standing by this very busy intersection. And she almost got ran over. And I'm like, okay, God, what's going on here? After I done decided that I'm going to do the right thing, you're hurting my heart. And that's how I feel right now. That's how I feel right now. I done decided I'm going to do the right thing, and you're hurting my heart, God. And I don't know what I'm dealing with right now. And people done told me, people used to say stuff to me, Cynthia this, Cynthia that. And I used to say, I'm not going to change my stand on my Christianity. I'm not going to change my stand. And now I feel like you really hurt my pride. You're really hurting my pride here. You're really hurting my pride here. And, I'm like, okay, God, you're really hurting my pride here. What am I dealing with? What am I dealing with here? What am I dealing with? I'm really upset. I need a miracle here. I need an answer. I need you to do something. I need you to do something. But I still took my stand. I still took my stand. I find it fascinating that women are having it seems fun to do. The woman offered to pay my phone bill. She just seemed like something that was so much energetic and fun and such a wonderful invitation. I have to say that. Really just a beautiful invitation I received. But my mind said, just, don't rush into nothing. Don't rush into getting no money. Don't rush into getting nobody's house. Don't rush into no one's bed. Don't rush. And I didn't, I just don't rush. But I thought that was a beautiful and fun and intriguing offer. I mean, I had to see this woman. I'm like, what is that about? I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up because it's been too long. I probably would rarely watch anything this long unless it was very interesting and very attention-grabbing. But I did want to say that. And I want to apologize to the people name I called. But I'm trying to make a point. Leave me the fuck alone, bitches. That's what my point is. I don't have the money for the gun. I don't have the money. Somebody else is paying for this. I'm not paying for this. And so I just wanted to say that. And if I do get this financing for my project, I have to say I've been turned down by one loan financier. And if I get the finance for my project, they were talking about persistent at a filmmaking seminar. If I get the finance for my project, a good portion of it is going to go toward buying weapons. I have to say that because I'm just perplexed right now. I'm angry and I'm tired of people bothering me. I am. And so, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video.